Nomadic Fanatic makes it to California. Nomads in Mexico, at Lake Mead, and more. What's up, blind viewers? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. It is a lovely day today here in South Central Pennsylvania. The sun is out. It is going to be about 60 degrees today before there's threats of, snow and and rain later on. But yeah, looks like it's mostly rain now. They were calling for some snow, but we shall see. But we will just take it today as it comes as a nice, sunny, warm day. Let's talk about the nomads now. I guess we'll start with Cathie changing lanes. She went to Los Algodones. We're used to that. We've seen many other people go there for different reasons. But Cathie goes and she gives her little take on her experience and what she went there for and how it was. She says some things have changed. The last time she was there, it was just, show an ID, walk on through and everything else. Now she says that, there's metal detectors and they look harder and everything else. I mean, it's nothing drastic, nothing crazy, but they do check a little bit more, according to Cathie. Now, we have seen other folks, from the Camius Man, Blue Van Dan, Lori's Way, and even back in the day when it was My Carolyn and a whole bunch of other people, even Tater went back and forth a couple times. But when there was a change in the regime and borders got different and the tariff bullshit and everything, some people went through and they said they had to be escorted and they had to do this and they had to show all kinds of stuff. And then other people, like a month later said, I just walked through. It was like the old time. So it's interesting to hear what's going on right now at the moment. And you can go over and check out Cathie and see her take on Los Algodones if you are interested. All right, now we have Wandering Jeepsy. She went to Lake Mead and talks about how it is now since the reopening of the place. And things have changed. Things are a little bit different, but yeah, she tells you all about it. Pretty good little video, I will say. Now, we talked about this before. Actually, not too long ago, I talked all about how the government shut down the Lake Mead camping area due to the trash, and it was crime ridden, and it was just a mess. It was a mess. They just let it go to shit, and all the, I don't know, can't say the nomads did it, but somebody that was camping there was throwing trash and they destroyed the place. So they cleaned everything up and now it's open. And Jeepsy said that there are, there's bathrooms now, and it used to be a free for all, but now there's actual camping spots and all kinds of other stuff. So if you are interested in seeing anything about Lake Mead now, since it has been cleaned up and reopened, go over to Wandering Jeepsy and she'll show you and tell you all about it. Now we have Dee from Lady Bugout. Now, she talks about less. That's right. She doesn't want more anymore. She wants less. She wants to go get things that are made to last, things that have more than just one purpose. Because after all, when you do travel and live in a van, space is a commodity. And we have other people that, talk about being minimalist and all this other shit. But most of those people that say that they're minimalist have shoe collections and watch collections and Harley shirt collections, and they have a trailer and then another trailer and then a 4x4 and then a Jeep and then a truck. So, yeah, when Dee talks about being a minimalist, she actually is a minimalist. Yeah, she talks about to declutter and, simplify everything, and it makes everything so much easier and life better. Less stress, less worry about where to put things, what you need to do and how to do things. And she even says you even get a better night's sleep. So go over and check out Dee and see her tips on how to, just think about what you actually need in your small space. And yeah, pretty interesting. So go and check her out. All right, now we have Nomadic Fanatic. That's right, the Tater. Him and Diana, of course, we know that they hit the road and they were out doing a little traveling, and they went to the little resort that her friend Dora has and all the other good stuff. And they went and they took a little trip, and they wound up, I think they took just a truck, I believe, and went to Joshua Tree. They went and saw a movie and, of course, ate lots of food like they usually do and all that good stuff. So they're out traveling around, and then Diana says, yeah, we're going to Cali. That's right. They're going to get a whole bunch of stuff from storage, and they're going to go get her bus from Cali and her cat. And as I reported a long time ago, not long, but a while ago, Eric has a whole bunch of boxes and shit stored in her house. So, yeah, they're going to go get all kinds of stuff. And she says that we're slowly getting all the stuff, and taking it to Tater Acres. So they're going to go rummaging around and getting stuff. And then she also said something that kind of perked my ears up a bit. Diana said that while they were gone, they had friends checking on the property. They were close, so they could easily come and check on the property. And that right away made me go, ha. Do we know these friends? Maybe not, maybe we don't. Who are these friends? And could they be the trespassers that are caught on video going and walking up on the porch and looking in the windows and doing all that stuff? Could it be just Tater using the fact that he had people going to the property, going into the property, approaching the property, walking up onto the porch to check on things? Could Tater have used that to say, oh, look, trespassers, when it was actually people that he said, please go check on my property while we were gone? I don't know. It's just speculation on my part, but it's food for thought. What do you think? You think it's a possibility? And the only reason why I think it's a possibility is because, again, if it was a hater or a troll, they're not going to go trudging through the mud and walking up and going and peeking in this, because everybody knows that he has cameras everywhere. Everybody. Even his faithful fans know that he has cameras everywhere. So why would anybody knowingly, if they're trying to sneak around, just go strolling up right next to his hummingbird camera and go peeking in? That's why I think his trespassers are the people that he has going and checking on the land. Just an idea, just a thought. Anyway, they did make it to Cali because, the Gaudi bus and Diana's bus are lined up in the driveway. I'm not sure what the timeline is. If the bus broke down on the way there, on the way back, I don't know about the bus breakdown when it happened, but it did break down. And Diana even said, yeah, unfortunately, there was an issue with the bus. So, again, I don't know as of yet what the timeline is because of the way they record things and post things later. They could be anywhere by now, but that's not the point. I'm just letting you know what's going on. So there you go. That's a little update on the Tater and Diana. So they did make it to Cali, and I'm sure we'll see Diana's bus at Tater Acres pretty soon. All right, real quick update on Miss Bunny. That's right, BunnyPlaysHere. She is still doing the schooly thing, and she talks about her kitchen and how she cooks and what she cooks with and why she uses what she cooks. And I think that thing's pretty little cool. It's a little oven and a little 2-burner cooktop on top. Pretty cool little thing, I think so. Nice little gadget, and then she can pick it up and take it outside and set it on a table or anything. So it is a nice little cooking thing that, she can use inside, outside. Nice. But that's not all. So if you're interested in where she's at in the build now, and her little kitchen setup and how she does things and what she's doing now, go on over and check out BunnyPlaysHere. All right, now, one little thought, and I think this is going to be a future video. I'm not going to talk about it now, expand on it, but I'll just throw it out there, and it's like, when does van life and RV life stop becoming alternative, in an alternative way, an alternative living style, and just become commonplace because it's oversaturated? We'll talk about that another time. Now it's time for the comment of the day. And the comment is this. Sorry I fell asleep. You show a picture of Bob and his recent video, but you say absolutely nothing about it. It's like I just wasted an hour and 20 minutes of my time. I mean, you're just a clickbait. You do that all the time. Well, let me address your little comment. And congratulations for making the comment of the day. So, let me explain how my live streams work. See, first of all, I do have a topic that I would like to speak about. And when I start my live, there's a nice long intro. And that is purposeful. It has a purpose. See, if you start right away and you go, boom, hey, and you go, blah, 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 and then people are still kind of straggling in for a while for at least the first 10 minutes. So if you get on here and go, blah, 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 and then you got, what did you just say? What did I miss? How are we going to talk about this? Oh, you already talked about it. Blah, 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 blah. So it's purposeful. It's the way I do it. Okay? So we got that thing all straightened out. So the way we deal with as people trickle in. So while they're trickling into, we talk a bit. The chat and we converse, and I say hello to people. People say hello to each other, and all kinds of other things. And then when the mood hits and the little lull in the action, I say, I want to talk about this. And I go ahead and I do, and I talk about the subject that I wanted to address. And yes, I did talk about the Bob. I talked about the Bob and how he said, are they leeches? And then we talked about that. And then we went on to talk about the banking stuff a little bit. And we talked about how people say that they all live in one area, but they don't. That's just their domicile, and they spend all their other time there. And how does that affect this and that and that? And we talked about all kinds of stuff around the Bob video, and the Bob's video is what sparked that. And sorry if you missed it, if you fell asleep, if you were bored. Oh, well, sucks to be you. But as the evening goes on, and after I talk about what I want to talk about, and if people chime in, they chime in on that. If not, pretty much the viewers drive. They got the steering wheel. They're the ones that steer the conversation. That's right. We will wind up talking about whatever. If they start saying, well, what about this? And what about Tater? And did you see this? And did you hear that? Or what's your opinion on it? And we just go. And that's the way it goes. That's live. That's a live stream. Now, if you're talking about videos, the videos are a little bit different. I have a topic, I have a thumbnail, and whether you believe it or not, or smart enough to understand it or not, yeah, I don't mislead anybody with my topics, my thumbnails, my titles. That's what I talk about. So yeah, live streams, they kind of take off and go wherever because it's live. People are here to interact. We interact, and it can be anything. So there. Videos, live stream, a little bit different. Okay. It's not clickbait. I'm not clickbait. However you did that. But anyway, just, if you don't like it, sorry. Move along. There's tons and tons, literally millions of other channels here on YouTube. So if you don't like good old BlindViews and the way he runs his live stream, I'm sure somebody else is doing a live stream somewhere that you can go ahead and participate in. That's my opinion!
This is BlindViews, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.